And I'm going to speak a little bit about last meeting, and this is what I think should happen. I think the top two fascists in this town, Mayor Michael Hansen and the chief of police, need to be removed from power. They have shown themselves to
Do
be
not address the chief of police in that manner. Continue on.
I address you two in that manner too, to be clear.
Do not address the chief of police in that
the
manner.
chief of police and mayor of this town are two top fascists, and they need to go.
Your comments are ceased. Comments are over.
I'm literally trying to leave, and you're stopping me. You're making more times. I'm trying to walk out the door, and you stop me from walking out the door.
What's going on, buddy? Soloyaker here. I don't get it. I don't. But before we get into this video, I do want to reiterate the council meeting on the 18th in Clearwater is not at 6. It is at 1:30. Same spot. Links are in the description. And if you have the time, please come on out. It's Brian Unk's last day. I hope to have a good turnout. If you want to let him know how you feel and say goodbye to him, please come on out and do that. But inside this video, this is crazy. Once again, this is another council chambers that seem to do what they want, and free speech is dead inside these council chambers. You can't redress them, you can't criticize them, you can't do anything. If it hurts their feelings, you get arrested. This is complete chaos. What happened? Where did America go? But let's get into it.
I'm literally trying to leave, and you're stopping me. You're making more times. I'm trying to walk out the door, and you stop me from walking out the door.
Hold on, it's gonna get bumpier from here.
That was Noah Peterson getting arrested for speaking at a city council meeting. Noah is a 23-year-old resident of Newton, Iowa. In 2020, he became concerned with how his local police department was treating residents. He turned that concern into action when he went to his city council meeting to speak his mind.
I wrote to Newton City Council and never heard back from them, so I decided to show up in person so they can't ignore my voice.
And I recommend everybody do that. I mean, if there's something in your city that you are concerned with, or that you're frustrated with, or you're extremely happy about, whatever, if there's something that's positive or negative, whatever it is, go to your council and let them know. Speak your mind, because if you don't say anything, nothing will change. Nothing. Whether it's positive or negative, whichever way, if you don't say anything, they'll do whatever they feel like they're gonna do until it hits you. We have that saying, back the blue until it happens to you. Yeah, this is the same principle. Same principle.
He approached the podium and calmly read a prepared statement from his phone.
And I'm going to speak a little bit about last meeting, and this is what I think should happen. I think the top two fascists in this town, Mayor Michael Hansen and the chief of police, need to be removed from power. They have shown themselves to
do not address the chief of police in that manner. Continue on.
I address you two in that manner too, to be clear.
Do not address the chief of police in that manner.
The chief of police and mayor of this town are two top fascists, and they need to go.
And this is no different than saying, I irritate the thin skin of Brian Unks. This guy is clearly just stating something that he feels about their council and their police chief. It'd be no different than any of us trying to redress our grievances towards whoever. If there's a police chief, a city manager, whoever it is, a council member, doesn't matter. I have the right, we have the right to address our grievances. The First Amendment supersedes anything that you could write down on a piece of paper and call it a Rule 15 or whatever you want to call it.
Your comments are ceased. Comments are over.
To be unfit.
Noah, your comments are over.
Why are they over? If you can't handle being told to leave power?
Even if you disagree with Noah's opinion, what happened next should never happen in America. The mayor and police chief didn't just silence Noah's speech. They arrested him and charged him with a crime because the mayor didn't like what Noah had to say.
These next couple parts are just crazy. Just listen to what they first, or what the police chief thought what they were arresting him for. And then we're going to get to the court. it's crazy.
So we're at City Hall where you're arrested, they put you in handcuffs and walk you out those doors. What happens next?
Police chief sets me down, tightens my handcuffs. I ask him what I'm being arrested for. Tells me trespassing.
Geez, I wonder, does that sound familiar? Sounds like something Clearwater would never do there.
He didn't seem to have a real clue what he was arresting me for. Just knew he had to stop me from speaking.
Did they send a police car?
Yeah, he called back up, and then another cop car pulled up. I got put in the back of that, and he drove me to jail.
But that's not where his story ends. Prosecutors at the Jasper County Courthouse decided to criminally charge Noah for speaking at the city council meetings. According to them, Noah allegedly disrupted a lawful assembly. A few months later, a judge threw out all the charges because Noah didn't break the law.
Just imagine that. You know, the court, it takes all that to go through a whole court proceeding just to find out that, guess what? We have a right to redress our grievances towards our government. If Clearwater, if you're not paying attention to this, I don't get it. I don't. You might not like what we have to say. You might not like who we are. You might not like a lot of things. But you have to respect our rights. Have to. That was what you swore to do. You swore to uphold and defend our rights, whether you like them or not, whether you like the First Amendment, whether you like the Second Amendment. Your jobs are to uphold and defend the Constitution. That's the first things that come out of your mouth. You put your hand on the Bible, you put your hand up in the air, and you're like, I so-and-so, da-da-da-da-da, swear and affirm that I will uphold and defend the Constitution, the Florida Constitution, and the laws thereof. That is basically your oath in a nutshell. And what this guy has gone through should be a reflection of what you're going to go through, because guess what? Your day is coming. You have violated not only mine, but Mr. Haluba, and I'm sure numerous of other people's civil rights. All because you don't want to hear what we have to say. But we're not done yet. Let's keep it going.
I knew I hadn't broken the law, so it's completely ridiculous to me that I had to sit in front of a judge and go through a whole trial to exonerate myself for exercising my rights.
You, like Noah, have the right to speak out against your government without fear of retaliation. Whether you are concerned about potholes, the police, or the curriculum taught in your child's classroom.
I want to hold the mayor and police chief accountable so no one else has to go through what I went through in Newton or anywhere else in this nation.
Unfortunately, what Newton did to Noah is not unique. It happens all across America.
And I've been saying this for a hot minute. This is like a pandemic. This is going globally. You know, not just here in America. I've seen it pop up in other constable meetings and things of that nature. But if you want to stick just here, you got Texas, you got Illinois, you've got Florida, you got Iowa, you got Ohio, California. This is popping up. New Mexico. I can't say all 50 states, but I could probably just type in a YouTube channel or YouTube search and find all of it. This is becoming a pandemic across our country, that these politicians, whether they're local, federal, state, when they start getting the heat from we the people and they don't like it, this is what they do. They try to shut your speech down. When they try to shut your speech down, and they're already trying to come for the guns, but this is the other half of it. They're coming for your speech. When they take away the guns, they come for your speech. And this is going hand in hand. If we don't start standing up together as a people, I don't care what side you are. If you believe in the First Amendment, you need to believe in the Second, because you need the gun people to help protect your First Amendment. Period. So if you don't like all this stuff that's going on with our government and you don't want your speech shut down, stick together and let's all rise up.
That's why the Institute for Justice is helping Noah file a lawsuit to protect the First Amendment rights of Noah and all Americans.
And I have reached out to the Institute of Justice, or Institute for Justice. I will leave a link in the description. They have multiple branches throughout the United States. Not everywhere in the United States. Go to the website, check them out, and look for your state. And hopefully, if they are, they are. We happen to have one here in Miami. I did reach out to them. Hopefully, they'll give me a call back. You know, I don't know if they would pick up any one of the First Amendment violations, but I made it very clear in the message that I gave them that I had been kicked out of a meeting, and I'm telling Mr. Haluba that has been arrested for the meeting to reach out to them as well, so that, you know, hopefully Institute for Justice can friggin' help us and start, you know, holding these people accountable. It's about accountability. You know, whenever I do something wrong, I need to be held accountable. When they're blatantly doing things wrong, they need to be held accountable. But me speaking isn't going to change anything. It's going to come in the form of a lawsuit that only affects the people, but that's the only way that they're actually going to learn. You know, if they actually listen to what the people are saying, or at least a few of us, like, just, you know, things would be different. But here we are. So don't forget, hit that like, share, and that subscribe button. All that good stuff. And don't forget, on March 18th at 1:30, it's at the library. Links are in the description. I hope to see you there. It is not at 6. It is not at 6. And I'm out. Soloyaker. Deuces.